What if fairy tales were real? What if I told you there's a place on Earth where the water is a brilliant turquoise, the mountains don't just touch the clouds but pierce right through them, and the cities feel like a journey back in time? This isn't a fantasy. This is Switzerland. A country that packs more soul-stirring beauty into its borders than almost anywhere else on the planet. Forget your all-travel bucket list. Today, we're taking you on a journey through the heart of the Alps. We're counting down the top 10 most beautiful, most breathtaking, most unforgettable places in Switzerland. From serene lakeside towns to the highest railway station in Europe, prepare to have your idea of beauty completely redefined. Let's get started. Number 10, Zurich. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the vibrant, stylish, and surprisingly calm city of Zurich. While many see it as just a bustling financial hub, Zurich has a dual identity. On one hand, it's a powerhouse of culture, home to over 50 museums, a world-class opera house, and a thriving nightlife. The Swiss National Museum, housed in a magnificent 19th-century building, offers a fantastic look into the nation's history, while the Kunsthaus boasts an incredible collection of art from the Middle Ages to contemporary masters. But the real magic of Zurich is its connection to nature. The city is built around the northern tip of glistening Lake Zurich, where on a summer day, you'll see locals flocking to the Bade's historic lakeside swimming areas to cool off. You can wander through the Altstadt, or Old Town, where narrow cobblestone lanes like the picturesque Augustinergasse are lined with colorful buildings and charming boutiques. For a peaceful park with panoramic views over the city, climb Lindenhof Hill. For an even better vantage point, take the historic Polybahn funicular up to the Poly Terrace for a stunning perspective over the rooftops. And no trip is complete without indulging your sweet tooth. This is the home of iconic chocolatiers, and a visit to the Lindt home of chocolate is an absolute must. Zurich is the perfect blend of urban energy and natural tranquility. Number 9, Bern. Coming in at number 9 is the city that time seems to have gracefully forgotten, Bern, the capital of Switzerland. Built on a narrow hill and almost completely surrounded by the turquoise Aare River, Bern's entire old town is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. It's one of the best preserved medieval city centers in Europe. As you walk its streets, you'll find yourself under more than 6 kilometers of Lauben, or covered limestone arcades, making it one of Europe's longest sheltered shopping promenades. These arcades were built after a massive fire in 1405 when the city was reconstructed with resilient sandstone. Look up to see whimsical 16th century fountains, and don't miss the Zeitglocke, an intricate medieval clock tower with moving puppets that put on a show every hour. You can even visit the apartment where Albert Einstein lived when he developed his theory of relativity. Towering over it all is the Bern Minster, Switzerland's tallest cathedral, whose spire offers breathtaking views. And, of course, there's the famous Bear Park, where the city's living symbols roam in a spacious riverside enclosure. Bern is a living museum, a city where every cobblestone tells a story. Number 8, Lugano and Lake Lugano. For our number 8 spot, we travel south to the Italian-speaking canton of Ticino, to a place that feels like a Mediterranean dream, Lugano. Nestled on the shores of the stunning Lake Lugano, and surrounded by mountains, this city offers a unique fusion of Swiss efficiency and Italian la dolce vita. The atmosphere here is distinctly different. Palm trees line the lakeside promenades, and the architecture has an Italianate Lombardy flair. The heart of the city is the Piazza della Riforma, a sun-drenched square perfect for sipping an espresso and people watching. For the best views, take a funicular up one of the 2 local mountains, Monte San Salvatore or Monte Brie. From these peaks, you get a breathtaking panorama of the city, the winding lake, and the rugged landscape. You can also explore the region by water, taking a boat trip to charming fishing villages like Gandria or Morcote, which cling to the hillsides. Lugano is Switzerland's sunny side, a place that effortlessly combines alpine drama with Mediterranean romance. Number 7, Swiss National Park. At number 7, we leave the cities behind and venture into pure, untamed wilderness. Welcome to the Swiss National Park, the oldest national park in the Alps, founded in 1914. Located in the remote Engadine Valley, this is a sanctuary where nature reigns supreme. Here, the rules are simple but strict. Visitors must stay on the 100 kilometers of marked trails, leaving absolutely no trace behind. This commitment to preservation means the park is a haven for wildlife. It's one of the best places in the Alps to spot ibex, chamois, and marmots. If you're lucky, you might even see a majestic golden eagle soaring overhead. The hiking trails offer something for everyone, from gentle walks through large forests to challenging alpine routes. The Valtruchan Trail is particularly famous for its incredible wildlife viewing opportunities. The Swiss National Park isn't about perfectly manicured landscapes, it's about experiencing the raw, powerful beauty of the Alps in their most pristine and protected state. Number 6. Château de Chillon. Floating majestically on a rocky island on the shores of Lake Geneva, our number 6 pick looks like it was plucked straight from a storybook. This is the Château de Chillon, the most visited historic monument in Switzerland. Its setting is simply magical, with the deep blue waters of the lake on one side, and the dramatic peaks of the Alps as a backdrop. With the history stretching back over 1,000 years, the castle's origins trace to a Roman outpost. For centuries, it was the home of the powerful Counts of Savoy. It later became a notorious prison, immortalized by the poet Lord Byron in The Prisoner of Chillon. Wandering through its courtyards, grand halls, and eerie underground dungeons feels like stepping through different layers of history. You can explore medieval frescoes and peer out of windows with the same lake views that inspired writers like Rousseau and Victor Hugo. A visit to Chillon isn't just about seeing a castle, it's about experiencing a piece of living history in one of the most romantic settings imaginable. Number 5. Interlaken. Get ready for an adrenaline rush, because our number 5 destination is the undisputed adventure capital of Switzerland, Interlaken. The town's name literally means between lakes, and it's perfectly situated on a narrow strip of land between the brilliant turquoise waters of Lake Thun and Lake Brienz. Interlaken is the ultimate playground for thrill seekers. This is the place to try paragliding, soaring gracefully over lakes and mountains. If you're feeling even bolder, you can go skydiving for an unforgettable freefall with the Eiger, Munch, and Jungfrau peaks in the background. But adventure here isn't just in the air. The lakes offer opportunities for kayaking, paddleboarding, and scenic boat cruises that glide past charming villages and historic castles. Interlaken also serves as the main gateway to the majestic Jungfrau region, making it the perfect base camp for countless mountain excursions. The town itself is a bustling hub filled with Swiss charm. Whether you're seeking heart-pounding action or simply want to soak in the magnificent views, Interlaken is where Switzerland's most epic adventures begin. Number 4. Lake Geneva and Montreux. At number 4, we return to the serene shores of the largest lake in the Alps, Lake Geneva, or Lac Léman. This vast, crescent-shaped body of water creates a region of stunning contrasts, known as the Swiss Riviera. On one end sits the cosmopolitan city of Geneva, while on the other lies the glamorous resort town of Montreux. Montreux is famous for its flower-lined promenade, which offers sublime views across the lake to the peaks beyond. Stroll along the waterfront, and you'll find a statue of Freddie Mercury, who found peace and inspiration here. Each July, the town comes alive for the world-renowned Montreux Jazz Festival. Just beyond Montreux are the Lavaux Vineyard Terraces, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where steep, sun-drenched slopes covered in vines plunge dramatically towards the lake. A boat cruise is one of the best ways to experience the region. Whether you're tasting wine in the ancient vineyards of Lavaux or simply enjoying the laid-back, almost Mediterranean atmosphere, the Lake Geneva region sparkles with a timeless and romantic ambience. Number 3. Lucerne and Lake Lucerne. Entering our top 3 is a destination that perfectly captures the soul of Switzerland, Lucerne, set on the idyllic shores of Lake Lucerne. This is a city that feels like a painting brought to life, a harmonious blend of stunning medieval architecture and a dramatic mountain landscape. The centerpiece of Lucerne is its immaculately preserved old town. The most iconic landmark is the Chapel Bridge or Kapellbruck, a covered wooden footbridge dating back to the 14th century. As you walk across, look up to see 17th century paintings depicting the city's history. Lucerne is framed by some of Switzerland's most legendary mountains, including Mount Pilatus and Mount Rigi. A popular excursion is the Golden Round Trip to Mount Pilatus, which involves a boat trip across Lake Lucerne, a ride up the world's steepest cogwheel railway, and a descent via aerial cableway. Similarly, Mount Rigi, known as the Queen of the Mountains, is home to Europe's first ever mountain railway and offers staggering 360-degree views. The combination of a fairy tale city and legendary mountain excursions makes Lucerne an essential Swiss experience. Number 2, Zermatt and the Matterhorn. Our runner-up, at number 2, is a place dominated by a single, unforgettable image, the mighty Matterhorn. This is Zermatt, a carefree alpine village nestled at the foot of one of the world's most iconic peaks. The absence of cars preserves a unique sense of peace. The only sounds are the clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages and the quiet hum of electric taxis. The Matterhorn is the star of the show, a mesmerizing pyramid-shaped mountain that commands attention from every angle. To get the best views, you have to take a trip on the Gornergrat Railway, Europe's highest open-air cogwheel railway. The 33-minute journey climbs to over 3,000 meters, revealing a breathtaking panorama of the Matterhorn, the vast Gorner Glacier, and a staggering 28 other 4,000-meter peaks. Zermatt is a paradise for hikers and skiers, with hundreds of kilometers of trails and year-round skiing on the glacier. But you don't have to be an extreme athlete to enjoy it. The village itself is a delight to explore, with its charming wooden chalets and gourmet restaurants. Zermatt is where raw, powerful nature meets alpine charm, creating a truly once-in-a-lifetime destination. Number 1, the Jungfrau region. And now, for our number 1 most beautiful place in Switzerland. It's not a single town or mountain, but an entire region of such staggering beauty it feels almost mythical. This is the Jungfrau region. Home to the towering trio of the Eiger, Munch and Jungfrau peaks, this area is the pinnacle of Swiss alpine majesty. At its heart is the Lauterbrunnen Valley, a place so stunning it's said to have inspired J.R.R. Tolkien's Rivendell. It's a narrow valley with sheer rock faces, home to 72 thundering waterfalls, including the famous Storybook Falls. From here, you can access carefree mountain villages like Wengen and Mohren, perched on alpine terraces with unbelievable views. And then there is the ultimate journey, the trip to the Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. This is Europe's highest altitude railway station, sitting at a breathtaking 3,454 meters. The journey itself, via the modern Eiger Express gondola and the historic Jungfrau Railway that tunnels through the Eiger, is an engineering marvel. At the top, you step into a high alpine wonderland of eternal ice and snow. You can walk through a magical ice palace carved deep inside the alleged glacier, and stand on the Sphinx observation terrace for a panoramic view that will leave you speechless. The Jungfrau region is more than just a place, it's an experience that overwhelms the senses and captures the very essence of the Swiss Alps. From the chic streets of Zurich to the icy summit of the Jungfraujoch, Switzerland's beauty is as diverse as it is profound. We've journeyed through medieval cities, gazed upon legendary peaks and cruised across sapphire lakes. But this is just a glimpse of what this incredible country has to offer. Now, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite place in Switzerland? Is there a hidden gem that you think should have been on our list? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. If this video has inspired you to start planning your own Swiss adventure, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss our next journey, as we continue to explore the most beautiful destinations on Earth. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.